Welcome, fight fanatics. If you love the chaos, drama, and pure adrenaline of MMA, then you're in the right place. The UFC landscape is heating up, and we've got some massive stories to break down. Justin Gaethje is knocking on the door of a title shot, but is he truly the most deserving? Alexander Volkanovski is stepping back into the octagon, fighting for redemption after back-to-back knockout losses. Can he prove he still belongs at the top? Meanwhile, Marvin Vettori is on a mission to re-establish himself in the middleweight division. But standing in his way is the dangerous Roman Dolidze. And just when you thought the drama was limited to fight night, UFC Vegas 104 has already sparked controversy, with multiple fighters missing weight. We're diving deep into all of this, so buckle up because things are about to get intense. Justin Gaethje's title shot debate. The UFC lightweight division is once again a hotbed of debate, with the focus now on who deserves the next shot at Islam Makhachev's title. UFC commentator John Anik has thrown his support behind Justin Gaethje, stating that the highlight has done enough to earn his chance at UFC gold. Gaethje, known for his aggressive striking, relentless pace, and granite chin, has put together an impressive run, including his BMF title win over Dustin Poirier. His resume boasts victories over top-tier opponents, making his claim to the title undeniable in the eyes of many. However, Gaethje isn't the only contender in the conversation. Ilia Topuria, a rising star in the UFC, has been making waves with dominant performances, and some believe he could be the fresh challenge that Makhachev needs. Then there's Charles Oliveira, the former champion, who was originally scheduled to fight Makhachev at UFC 294 before an injury forced him out. Oliveira bounced back with a stunning win over Beneil Dariush and remains a viable option for the title shot. One of the key factors in this debate is whether the UFC values fresh matchups over previous results. Gaethje has already had one title shot against Khabib Nurmagomedov, falling short in that contest. Makhachev, a close friend and protege of Khabib, fights with a similar style, which could lead some to believe Gaethje would struggle against the Dagestani champion. However, Gaethje has evolved since that loss, refining his game under Trevor Wittman, particularly improving his defensive grappling. The UFC also needs to consider the marketability of each contender. Gaethje is a fan favorite, known for delivering exciting wars inside the octagon, and his BMF title adds an extra layer of intrigue. On the other hand, Oliveira's story of redemption and his finishing ability make him an appealing choice, while Topuria represents the new blood eager to shake up the division. Ultimately, the UFC's decision will come down to timing and availability. If Oliveira is ready to go before Gaethje, the promotion may opt for the Brazilian. If Topuria continues his rise at featherweight, he may have to wait his turn. But if Onyx words hold weight, Gaethje might finally get his second shot at the undisputed lightweight championship. Alexander Volkanovski's redemption fight. Alexander Volkanovski has been at the top of the featherweight division for years, but recent back-to-back knockout losses have cast doubt on his future. Now, at UFC 314, he faces a crucial redemption fight against Diego Lopes. For Volkanovski, this isn't just another fight. It's a battle to prove he still belongs among the elite. Volkanovski's troubles began when he stepped up on short notice to challenge Islam Makhachev for the lightweight title at UFC 294. While many praised his courage, the fight ended in brutal fashion, with Makhachev knocking him out in the first round. Just months prior, he had already lost a closely contested decision to Makhachev, which many believed he won. But the rematch left no doubts. Volkanovski was finished decisively. Following that, Volkanovski returned to featherweight to defend his title against Ilia Topuria. Once again, he found himself on the receiving end of a knockout, losing his belt in the process. Now, people are questioning whether age and accumulated damage have finally caught up to him. At 35, Volkanovski has been through wars inside the octagon, and his aggressive style has led to significant wear and tear. This fight against Diego Lopes is about more than just rankings. It's about reclaiming his aura of invincibility. Lopes is a dangerous opponent, known for his slick submissions and rapidly improving striking. While he isn't as highly ranked as some of Volkanovski's previous opponents, he is still a serious threat, particularly if Volkanovski isn't at his best. For Volkanovski, the key to victory will be utilizing his high fight IQ, blending his striking and wrestling seamlessly, and avoiding unnecessary risks. He has always been a master at controlling range and pace, and against Lopes, he will need to do exactly that. If he can secure a dominant victory, It will remind everyone why he was considered one of the greatest featherweights of all time. But if he loses, the questions about his decline will grow even louder. The UFC landscape is unforgiving, and 2 knockout losses are already a cause for concern. A third consecutive loss, especially against an opponent not yet in title contention, could signal the end of Volkanovski's reign as a top contender. UFC 314 will be one of the most important nights of Volkanovski's career. A win puts him back in a conversation for a potential title shot. A loss could spell the beginning of the end. Marvin Vettori's comeback fight, Marvin Vettori is set to return to action at UFC Vegas 104, where he will face Roman Dolidze in a pivotal middleweight matchup. For Vettori, this fight is about more than just getting another win. It's about proving he is still a legitimate contender in the 185-pound division. Vettori has been on a rough stretch lately. Once seen as one of the toughest challengers for Israel Adesanya's reign, he has struggled to maintain his position in the upper echelon of the division. Losses to top-tier opponents like Robert Whittaker and Jared Cannonier expose some holes in his game, particularly his striking defense and inability to impose his wrestling consistently. Against Dolidze, Vettori faces an opponent who is hungry to climb the ranks. Dolidze is a powerful striker with dangerous knockout power, and he has the kind of aggressive style that could test Vettori's durability. However, Vettori's greatest weapon has always been his toughness. He can absorb massive amounts of damage and keep moving forward. One of the key aspects of this fight will be whether Vettori can mix in his grappling effectively. He has shown in the past that he can control opponents on the ground, but against someone as physically strong as Dolidze, that won't be easy. If Vettori can wear him down, drag him into deep waters, and control him against the cage, he can grind out a win. But if Dolidze can keep the fight standing, Vettori will be in danger. His striking has improved, but it remains a weak point compared to the division's elite. If he can't close the distance, he may find himself taking more damage than he can handle. This fight is a must-win for Vettori if he wants to stay relevant in the middleweight title picture. A loss could push him further down the rankings and force him into a long road back to contention. Weigh-in controversy at UFC Vegas 104. UFC Vegas 104 has already stirred controversy before the fights even begin, with multiple fighters missing weight on the official weigh-ins. Chidin Jokwani, Dyer, Nurmagomedov, and Josue Masak all came in over the limit, leading to fines and speculation about whether the UFC needs to tighten its policies on weight cutting. Jokwani, who competes in the middleweight division, missed weight by nearly 3 pounds, raising concerns about his conditioning and preparation. Similarly, Nurmagomedov and Masak also struggled to make the limit, though their fights will still proceed. Weight cutting has long been a controversial topic in MMA. Extreme dehydration can lead to serious health risks, and when multiple fighters on the same card miss weight, it raises questions about whether the UFC needs to implement stricter regulations. For the fighters who made weight, there's a clear sense of frustration. Many believe that missing weight provides an unfair advantage, as fighters who come in heavy often perform better on fight night. The UFC has yet to make major changes to its weight-cutting policies, but incidents like these continue to add fuel to the debate. That's a wrap on today's breakdown. Now, we want to hear from you. Who do you think deserves the next shot at Islam Makhachev's title? Will Volkanovski bounce back? Or is this the beginning of the end for the former champ? And what do you make of these weight-cutting controversies? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update on the latest MMA action. And before you go, check out one of the videos YouTube recommends for you. It's packed with even more fight news, analysis, and all the chaos we love about this sport. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.